Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're talking about Josh and Lily because they seemed to have a good thing going on, but there's one fatal flaw in their relationship that came up multiple times last episode and may spell doom for it all. So today, let's talk about the last episode and see if we can avoid making the same mistake ourselves. The episode starts off with Josh finally arriving in China and meeting Lily at their newly renovated house together. Lily runs up to see him and the two of them are very happy. It's pretty cute.
Favorite color?
Pink flowers. You understand me?
Yes.
Always you know me?
Yes.
I like watching those scenes where the two individuals finally meet in person for the first time. Well, the first time on camera. And we get to see how happy they are and get a sense of their chemistry. It was pretty cute, but that cuteness is short-lived because even though Josh just arrived, things turned sour between the two of them pretty quickly. And you guessed it, it's because of money. Now that Josh is here, Lily naturally wants to take him on a house tour. They walk in and go straight to the kitchen to show Josh the fridge that makes water and ice. Josh makes a joke about how the fridge doesn't have ice cream, and Lily immediately responds with, "Yeah, there's no ice cream because there's no money."
No ice cream because I have no money. No food.
Yeah, that's a funny joke, right? They take the elevator and then go up to the master bedroom where all the lights and electricity are controlled by the phone.
Oh, English.
Oh yes, English for you, honey.
Pretty cool, very expensive as the leads.
Your phone control lights and whole house?
Yes, so expensive.
They make a quick pit stop at the toilet where Lily explains
It can clean your
Shoot water.
eyes. Yes, clean your eyes.
At the end of the tour, after Josh says he really likes it and really appreciates a lot of the small details, like including English everywhere, Lily adds again that this was all very expensive and she spent a lot of money on the place.
I have tried hard work, a lot of money.
I know you put a lot to it, and I appreciate it.
So for those of you counting at home, that is now 3 times in one tour that she has brought up either how expensive everything is or how she's now broke. As Josh tells us in a one-on-one, he just got here and doesn't really want to hear all this talk about money and how much she spent on everything for the renovations.
It's exhausting. I don't need to hear it. I just got here. I don't want to be reminded of how much money she spends on me.
Which I totally get. I mean, this is a hard place to be because on the one hand, I can understand from Lily's perspective that if this was a lot of cost, she would want to share that with her partner and feel like the two of them are a little bit in on it together. But on the other hand, I totally get it from Josh's perspective too, because regardless of how valid Lily's feelings about the money thing might be, I would also still be a little annoyed with how Lily is constantly bringing it up. The two of them go to bed and the next day they get up to work on their wedding that they're having in China. If you recall, they are married. They got married in America, I believe, 2 years prior to this. But the two of them have always planned to do a more traditional Chinese wedding in China, so that's what they're preparing for. Their Chinese wedding isn't going to be that big, maybe 30 people or so, but they are still planning it to be pretty traditional and nice with traditional clothing and food. As Lily is happy to announce, she picked out the most beautiful traditional Chinese banquet hall, modeled after the Tang Dynasty, so it sounds pretty expensive.
所以去参加婚礼的人一定会都觉得自己都穿越了，回到古代的美丽的中国。
So she's completely broke from the house renovations and that was super expensive. They have no money and yet they're having a second wedding with a bunch of really amazing, beautiful stuff. Yeah, this conversation about finances is not going to go well. The two of them arrive at the store where they are to choose what kind of authentic Chinese garb they will be wearing for the wedding. They're picking between 2 different outfits, one being a more expensive version of the other.
This one we are pay money.
Josh likes the more expensive one and prefers to get that.
You feel this one better?
Yeah, I like it better though.
You like it better?
But Lily is taken aback a little and says, hey, you know, this thing is going to cost more money. This is going to be more expensive. Josh surprisingly responds, yeah, you know what? I got the difference. I'll pay for the upgrade. Don't you worry about it.
I will pay difference.
You will pay?
I can take care of it.
Although Josh has been pretty annoyed with how frequently Lily has been bringing up the financial thing, he still wants to pitch in where he can and feels like this is the least he could do to pay back Lily. But I guess this shocks Lily a bit because she really rides the whole financial thing and says, oh, you'll pay for this one? Like, you'll pay? So you'll pay because I have no money because I spent it all on the house and you didn't?
You will pay money because I have no money.
Yes, I know. You always say that.
The money pay house a lot.
Yes, you always tell me. Oh.
Because the house is real expensive. Did I mention that the house was expensive? And I spent a lot of money on it. I mean, to be honest, I think Josh is actually handling this pretty well right now. It's pretty annoying hearing that constantly like, yes, I know because you're broke. You tell me all the time. It's a little passive-aggressive from Josh, but it's also quite passive-aggressive from Lily. Josh is pretty concerned because he was worried going into this trip that the financial issues and Lily constantly bringing it up might be a source of stress for them. He wasn't looking forward to dealing with the situation if Lily was going to hold the financial thing.
It hasn't even been 24 hours yet, and Lily is constantly mentioning she has no money. One of my fears coming to China that she's going to keep throwing it in my face every day, and it's coming true.
Much as I want to call out Lily for being passive-aggressive and constantly bringing up the money thing, I do think she has a real point here. It makes sense from her perspective that the financial issues would be a big concern. As she points out earlier in the episode, although she would love to be able to share these problems with Josh, she worries that he kind of brushes it off and dismisses.
但是我一谈经济，他一定说我想找有钱人，这样我就不敢讲。
To me, Lily has a legitimate concern about finances and wants to address it with her partner. However, right now, she's coming across as a bit annoying and passive-aggressive, which is probably harder due to the language barrier. If Lily asked me for advice on connecting with Josh about this, I'd suggest she communicate her feelings directly rather than just mentioning her financial struggles. She could say, I'm really worried about our finances and feel unstable compared to before. I need you to understand that this is a big issue for me and I want us to work through it together. Just listing facts doesn't give Josh a chance to respond and offer support, which can lead to frustration. Sharing her emotional experience might help Josh understand and support her better. Additionally, something in this episode makes me wonder if the issue is only about finances. While shopping for clothes, Josh mentioned he was glad they were having a second wedding in China so Lily's friends and family could be there. Just listing facts doesn't give Josh a chance to respond and offer support, which can lead to frustration. Sharing her emotional experience might help Josh understand and support her better. Additionally, something in this episode makes me wonder if the issue is only about finances. While shopping for clothes, Josh mentioned he was glad they were having a second wedding in China so Lily's friends and family could be there.